Tuko pamoja. Tuko pamoja. NRM oye! PLU oye! President Museveni oye! MK oye! Muhoozi Kainerugaba oye! Tuko pamoja.
Sanjay Tanna oye!
Eastern Region oye! Sanjay Tanna oye! Ismail Mkankadi oye! Mama Rita oye! Vincent Waboye oye! Honorable Sham Tanna oye! Tuko pamoja.
Pamoja tuko.
I want to thank each one of you in your respective capacities in the Bugisu Sub Region. I also want to congratulate you on being appointed for this position. I also want to thank our regional chairperson and the team for being proactive, because this is the first sub-region that I'm going to. I've not even started the one of Bukendi, where I come from. So congratulations to Bugisu Sub-Region. But Bugisu is also mine. This is my home. And I've grown up here. And Bugisu has always given our family a lot of love and affection and support. Many of you remember the late Sanjay Tanna. Doctor here has treated this man when he was a young man. Now the young man also wants to join politics. So I want to thank all of you for being, one, proactive, two, is being organized. For those of you that are new to PLU, PLU is a group that was set up. It was organically formed. There was no machination that we want a particular group to exist. But it is for the love of General MK that few like-minded people came together and started pushing for the political involvement of General MK. As you are all aware, he is a serving member of the UPDF, the CDF, and our constitution does not allow him to engage in partisan politics. However, the young people keep on engaging. The growth was so big. It started as a birthday party in Kampala, and it kept growing and growing and growing. And you know that in this region, we held a meeting in Sebei, where there was a public function in Sebei. The other one was in Busonga. And eventually, people started giving themselves positions. Three things happened. One is that, of course, when something good is coming out, you will have bad elements. Like those of you who are farmers, I don't know if Doctor understands farming, because this man just farms on human beings. But, those of us who have gardens, you know that when you plant beans, you will also get weeds. And the biggest problem we have had as an organization is, while we have had people like Hadi here, Honorable here, Madam Helen, who have been genuine supporters of the General and the PLU as an organization. You have also had people who are coming and saying they want money. And this is the syndrome that is killing the NRM party now, where everything has been commercialized. So a party that started as a mass party a party that started as people, with people who were sacrificing their own little money to make sure that we mobilize, has ended up where if you do not have facilitation, I will not work. But in our case, as PLU, we decided to create a group of like-minded people and maintain the original ideals where we are sacrificing for the future of our country. We may not be able to eat today, but we believe that if we are able to do things correctly, then the future will be better for us. I have been engaging at several fora, and I've been telling people that I have lived here in Tororo and in Mbale, and I have eaten yellow posho. I don't think these Abdallahs have ever eaten yellow posho. But for us, we ate yellow posho. Okay? There was no milk. We used to get powder milk from Holland and Denmark. There was no sugar. We used to eat this sugar which you people give to your, salt, which you give to your cows. The one of pounding, we used to pound to eat salt. There was no sugar, there was no butter, there was no bread. For us at the border, we used to wait for a taxi that would come with tip-top, where they were hiding under the chairs. There was no soda, there was no beer. Today, Uganda has been able to develop under the leadership of His Excellency, President Yoweri Museveni. We have come from very far. So as a group, it is important that we recognize, especially you, the young men and women, where we are coming from, where we are today, and where do we want to go, as a nation, as a country. If we understand the development of where we were and where we are today, then it is our responsibility to guard this peace. You know, it can take just something very small. I don't know, young man, you use your phone well?
Very well.
Do you know what is happening in Tanzania today?
About the political system,
Yes.
where the president has talked.
Do you know what has happened today?
I'm not sure.
People have entered the airport. They have taken over Dar es Salaam airport. Thousands of people, and they are heading towards Parliament. You saw what happened in Kenya? So it takes one day, very few hours, for this situation to change. Today you are here drinking Coca-Cola, and tomorrow you will not have anything. So, why am I saying this? Is that the responsibility is ours. Tanzania, a country that has been extremely peaceful, which we used to admire, has become chaotic now. Just 12 hours. It started yesterday as a joke. Please take orders from me. The biggest problem as PLU is, while we support General MK, we sat down and we agreed that for now we need President Museveni. For those of you young people, your colleagues, the Wafubas, who are saying we want change, we want change. I want to tell you the change started. It started 15 years ago. Museveni has been changing things. The transition started. I want to use a few examples. If you look at police, there is no DPC that is more than 50 years of age. The old guard is gone, they have brought in the new guard. If you look at the army, the old guard is gone, the new guard is in. You look at the civil service, almost 80% young people. Look at Parliament, almost 70% young people. So the change started. So you, if you are waiting, we want change, it's not going to come the way you are looking at it. But it is coming. So our job here is that of a midwife. The baby is coming, we must make sure that the baby comes out properly. So it is very important for us, this team especially. We have been chosen. Some of you have worked with me, some of you have not. But I believe in teamwork, and I believe that each one of you has the capacity to deliver. We have a job to do. And the job at hand today, after the handshake between the Secretary General of PLU and the Secretary General of the NRM party, is tuko pamoja. Are we together? So under that handshake of tuko pamoja, our objective is one: to make sure that President Museveni wins this election. That is our target. And because we want to deliver on that particular objective of President Museveni winning this election, and winning it with a handsome margin. You're welcome. You found we had just finished introduction. He had spoken of this meeting is to agree on certain things. One is that we do not have any kind of funding from the center. Are we together? But the center also does not want us to write these letters. Why? Because if Abdallah gives us money, he's going to post us on social media and he will say, I gave it. Are we together?
Yes.
So we are going to avoid writing letters and giving evidence, because they will not say that Sanjay asked for the money. They will not say that Walujo asked for the money. They will say MK, I gave the money to MK. And it is our job to protect our principle. Are we together? So we must not go anywhere in the name of the principle asking for money. I welcome the idea of having a coordination office. We are going to support the office, but there are certain fundamental objectives. Chairman talked of us calling our friends in the NRM. We have no problem. We are working together at the head office, and therefore you should go and introduce yourselves to your NRM chairpersons. Okay? But our job is the problem with our friends in the party is all of them now, if you see chairman, the secretariat, all of them are around Muzei. Where Muzei is where they are. And when Muzei goes, they also go. Are we together? But those of us who have been in campaign know that after Muzei goes is when the work now starts. So, while in Muzei's rally we can have visibility, we can put up our banners, we can put up our posters, but the main work will start after Muzei has left. These youth and explaining to the youth why we still need Muzei around. Because they are 70%. Me, I don't need convincing, I'm convinced. Haji Walujo does not need convincing. Mr. Natarisire here doesn't need convincing. But these young boys and girls, these ones, the Gen Z, the ones that are making problems in Tanzania, the ones that entered the parliament in Kenya, are the ones we need to talk to. And in those circumstances, how do we approach them? So I think as a team, it is good we have Rita here on board. Those of you who don't know Rita, her other name is Mama Emioga. She heads the Emioga project in the whole of Uganda. She's the one who has been giving ideas. I mean, we gave her these ideas many years ago, and she went and sold it to Muse, and now she's empowering young people with sewing machines, with welding machines, with how to use your hands to earn Mereyalero. And that is Muse's part of Muse's manifesto on how do you make money every day. Because the government has only 480,000 jobs. And in a population where today we have more than 5 million graduates, government cannot employ all of us as the transition is progressing. Lastly, there is a communication that came out a few days ago. I don't know if it was posted in your group. One reason why I did not stand, because my nomination papers were ready, I was going for nomination for MP Toronto. And one of the reasons I was told is you cannot be fighting for parliament and then you are fighting for PLU. We want cadres who are dedicated full-time with PLU. So the communication that was signed yesterday, but one by Chairman Toyota and the committee, that if you are an NRM flag bearer, then you leave space for somebody who is willing to work. If you are already in the party structures, then we can work together. You can support us. I agree with your committee's proposal that there are many districts where we have dedicated people who are not yet on our teams. So I have been asked by chairman and the committee that we can fill in those gaps and make sure that if at all the regional chair is comfortable in working with some of these people, you people can recommend to me. I write to head office and those people will be appointed. Okay? Now, we must use all our strength to mobilize for His Excellency the President. Okay? But our work will start after he has left. Now, what is the work that we'll have to do? One is talking to voters. But two, I also want a regional chair to submit to me a report on the position of each constituency. Because His Excellency the President guided us that if in Tororo, NRM candidate and there is a strong independent candidate and a strong FDC candidate, then we must reconcile NRM so that we all fight the opposition candidate. Okay? But if it is only NRM and the opposition is weak, let the two giants cancel it out. Are we together? So that is the guidance that Muse has given. So I want you to submit to me, Chair, and your team, which areas in Bugisu, which constituencies need our support. There are certain places where our NRM brothers and sisters have failed to reconcile two LC chairmen, two LC3 chairmen, telling one that, no, for the spirit of the party, you leave. We can go and do that. We have the mandate. So, considering your position, considering his position, considering us, we can manage, like you have said, if we go jointly and we start somewhere and these are two LC3 chairpersons, and they are both our people, we can talk to them. So we have the mandate to do that. One thing that the Secretariat and the leadership in Kampala has been very, very clear about, and which we shall not tolerate, is that using the PLU platform to fight the party. We are here to help and support the party. We are not here to fight the party. Are we together? The money for mobilization for President's visit has been given to the Secretariat.
I want to thank you for coming. As a colleague as well, we had a couple of issues. We came on a conclusion, mainly on our support. I have a copy here. I have not signed because I need to hear this from you before we sign it. It was an engagement with all colleagues around. You see this CEO, and mutually compromise. We should work as a team. You know what brings some disturbance when you're moving with something on the way. So like you divide yourselves. For this time, you don't want divisions. Let's work together as a team. Another issue we talked about is the NRA structure which are existing. We thought of bringing them on board. We moved together. Because the president is coming, there's no that we shall be in preparation and leave those people out. We thought of maybe we move together as a team, if accepted. We have not made a conclusion on that issue. Lastly, we have an office which has not been limited. They are still furnishing. We have an office for our colleagues from far. When you see that we have an office here, it's easy for a mama from Manapa or from Baitis to access someone in the office for information flow. I think that is what that's what we discussed, and they call upon intervene. Since we have reaction and the way forward, we shall come and exhaust. Thank you very much.
Tuko pamoja. Tuko pamoja. NRM oye! PLU oye! President Museveni oye! MK oye! Ozi Kanyarugaba oye! Tuko pamoja!
Sanjay Tanna oye!
Eastern Region oye! Sanjay Tanna oye! Ismail Mkankadi oye! Mama Rita oye! Vincent Waboye oye! Honorable Sanjay Tanna oye! Tuko pamoja!
Pamoja tuko!